Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and today I got another one in the VECMA MechFansToys Headmasters. We're starting off with the 360. I'm gonna starting off with the 360 because it just looks better and gives you a better idea of the figure initially. So yeah, this is Hardhead, of course, the Headmaster, and I really like this figure. Probably one of my favorite ones out of the bunch, and also one of my favorite figures, period. Like I love Masterpiece scale. I like him at any scale. So I have the Unique Toys version also. So let's bring in the Unique Toys version, and you can see, again, they made vast improvements. Like I said, I'm not sure. I can't even say if this is 1-to-1. I mean, I'm pretty sure they took the platform and they just added on to it. But like the arms here, and it's just, it does have a little bit different transformation as well. But they took some, like I said, they took the platform. Like the ankles, they actually took this, and this is one of the things that I felt were the weaker part of the figure, and they kept it, unfortunately, and we'll get to that. So you can see the vast difference in size. I really like this figure. There are a couple things, like I said, that we'll get to. So that's the comparison with the Unique Toys. Of course, then we got the Optimus Comparison. He keeps falling over because of his feet, which is one of the weaker points of the figure. You can see about smaller. These are the Legends Plus kind of. I guess it's a coin term. It's not I mean, I guess Legends is a coin term, really, but now it's pretty much canon, so to speak. But Legends Plus is still kind of like coined. Some people use it, some people don't. But that's what I'm using. I'm saying this is kind of like Legends Plus. So besides that, you get his guns. You get the shoulder cannon. The shoulder cannon can move somewhat. It is just pegged on. And you can only peg it on this side because of the way it is. It goes into that little gap. So it's not like a strong peg. But then you can move the cannon up like that, move it down like that, or you can get it more in a natural pose. And I'll show the cannon. Pretty nice. Got some pretty nice paint on there. Gray accents to break it up. Then you have his guns. Of course, he holds his guns well. They all hold their weapons pretty well because they're just ports. I was about to say 5mm. I don't know if they're 5mm or not. They kind of look like it. Normal. And then you see his guns, they're identical. So just show one. See, they're identical on both sides. And got a little gray accents and all green. Just all green. So then you have the figure here. His Headmaster. See what's up with him first. So you can see his head sculpt is on point as with the rest of them. Headmaster is the same as the rest of them. Just unfold the legs and you pretty much are there. Arms move just like the other ones. I thought they did. Yeah, they do. And all the Headmasters need the gluing because they all come apart here. In my other video, I kind of showed it. Then you see his head. A little more definition with the Headmasters. Get the original. His face sculpt wasn't too bad, but the original just had, they were really non-existent with the detail. I can do articulation. I think that's it. We can go to the body. Just put the Headmaster on. He has his tech specs in here, which is a great little touch. Has some accents around here, little breakup. I think his color scheme is probably one of the best. It looks great. The original or the Unique Toys version was kind of light green. It wasn't like a darker green like I thought he should be. So this is great. But to get articulation, his head, he can kind of get up if you want it halfway out. You can kind of get down too. And of course he can spin all the way around if you kind of get him around his little shoulders. You kind of lift up the legs, he can spin around. Shoulder joints, they go up about that much. Of course, they can go all the way around. He has the not double jointed, single jointed for 90 degrees. Then he has the split bicep up here. So you can still get that action going on. His hands, he can move them in like this, really do the transformation, but nothing else, no movement. Waist, all the way around. Splits, he can get the splits. It is a little limited. Of course, he doesn't have any skirts. That's a fixed skirt. Legs are just on a ball joint. So they're a tad bit limited. They don't go all the way up, but it's enough. It's not bad. You can't tell. And he also does the hurdles. It's all friction because it's a ball joint, but it's very tight friction. You can see he keeps poses. I think it's impressive. Split joint there. And you get a little bit up top too. So you can get like a little, little couple articulation points there. Then he has the knee, which can get 90 degrees. Then his toe, his ankles are somewhat I don't like, because I wish the rocker would have been on the whole thing. And that's what I didn't like about the original. But the rocker is here. So his toe does go down. It doesn't go up because of the tread, but also because of the tread. When you try to get the rocker, you have to move his feet down a little bit. If you move his feet down, that means his center of gravity is like this. So it makes him not stand well when you try to use the rocker. Now, if you want to get his feet like this and try to manipulate the rocker that way, you can kind of get him in a better pose if you can get his knees all the way up. And he kind of will stand up, but it's just difficult because you have to always move this like this in order to get the rocker, access to the rocker. And that just causes center of gravity to be off, and just everything goes downhill from there. All right. I think that's it. See the back, just has a little backpack, just this thing. So let's get in the transformation now. Take his head off. I usually get him into the driving pose. Get him ready to sit into the cockpit. Most of them can sit into the cockpit, but some of them they can't. So we'll see. I can't remember if he does. So you just move that. Move his fist like this. I just move this up, get it out the way. Move that, move that. Now you move this up like this, all the way around. So it gets to that, like there. Now this, move this, and he kind of grabs onto this little tab here. And you can see it kind of makes like a right angle. So you can't really tell that it's the fist. Then you do that again, kind of make the right angle. And that's it for that. Now this is a little tricky. I do like the way he transforms. So you want to move that down a little bit. Move this. You kind of bend this to get this tab out of here. And then you can move this out this way. You can move this foot all the way back and on top. And then you get this kind of, you see that tread? Because you know that's going to be the bottom tread. Then you can move this around in space for it. Put that like that. And you do the same over here. Just get that out the way. Move this down. Flip this out. Then you can leave that there. You move this around, you flip this foot around. Then you can tab those in to the back. Then you move this down here. And then you're almost done. Then you can lift this up and stick the guy in here where you want him driving, and put it back down. Watch his hands. He can kind of sit there if you get him right. You can even see him in the window somewhat. The only thing I hate is that they kept the exact same transformation, but I actually do like the transformation. What I don't like is they kept the transformation without like the pegs or anything that fit, that make it peg in well. So that's kind of disappointing, because it just, they had pegs on the other one. There was pegs on the side here. So it went in and pegged in the legs. So it kind of kept where it was supposed to keep. But anyway, this is the final. And then you want to take the guns, and you have a few configurations for this. You can put this here if you want in that hole. I usually do that. And then I put this somewhere else. There's holes on the side. You can put both on the side. But I like to do this because it kind of staggers. Then this can only go over here because of the two fork things that it goes in. So then you can put that over here. But if you don't like the non-symmetrical look, you can also take this out, and put, well, I didn't really have to take this that one out, but then you can put this here and have this type of look. I like the asymmetrical look myself, so I will put that back. And yeah, the only bad part of this is the fact that there's not also, when you have it in here, you can move it. Like, it can move this way, and this can move up or down. And I don't think these can move because it's kind of like a square peg. So that kind of stays straight. So then you can have all angles covered. You can go up, over, and straight. So yeah, I really like this. But like I said, one of the downfalls is the fact that there's no pegs for these. So I think that was a bad oversight, because they move back and forth. There is fake wheels. Treads, of course, do not work. That would be amazing on a Legends figure if it was real treads, but it's not. But it does roll with the fake wheels. The wheels do, but again, there's no kind of peg system. This doesn't really peg at all. It just rests there. So when you lift that up, that'll come down, and this doesn't really peg in here any type of way. So yeah, there's a few missteps, I believe. But again, the robot is great. And speaking of robot, back to the robot, which is super quick and easy. Take that off, take that off, take that off. Unplug. Move this out like this. Pull this down. Then you move this in. You don't want to move this all the way up until you move this in because of the peg that goes there. Move that, and you got that. There you go. Again, so from this angle, move that down, move this up, move that. Put the feet up. Got the legs done. Let's move that down and out. Move this around. Get his Headmaster out of here. Transform the Headmaster. Put him right there. Here, just pull his arm out. Flip his fist down. Pull it out. Flip his fist down. Now he's ready for head on. Head on. Then you throw this in here like this. You can throw the guns in. That's probably the fastest I've transformed. I think they're worth, I mean, you get 7, I think it was like $190 for 7 of them. So what's that, like $26 a figure, which is nothing compared to what Legends are these days, and also what you're getting. This is worth I mean, you can get a mainline figure, and I think this is better than a mainline figure, so is what it is. All right, thanks for watching, and I will get over with you in another video. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Peace.
Ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.